This is Backstage Bay Area. Now, here's your host, Steve Roby.
Hello, everyone. This is Backstage Bay Area, your all-access pass to the jazz scene in San Francisco. I'm Steve Roby. Today, we are welcoming Bay Area favorite jazz vocalist Nicolas Bearde. He's returning to the Joe Henderson Lab for 4 shows over 2 nights, performing a heartfelt tribute to Al Jarreau with the brilliant Tammy L on piano. We'll play a couple of tracks, discuss the music, the band, and his upcoming performances at SF Jazz. Nicolas, welcome to Backstage Bay Area. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, it's my great pleasure. Thanks for inviting me to be on board.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Likewise.
Let's start at the beginning. What pulled you toward singing and the stage, and was there a moment when you knew music would be your life?
Well, I started out singing when I was very, very young. I mean, I don't recall a time in my life when I wasn't singing. And I had cousins and one of my older brothers, my older brother, I should say, and several of my cousins. And I used to go out with my grandfather to clean up model homes when we were all, really kids. Mm-hmm. I guess he was getting free labor. And we used to sing in the back of the car, and I'd always be the lead singer, even though I was like 8, 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
And that was the kind of the beginning. So I've sung throughout most of my young life. I had some vocal groups in high school and junior high. It's just been a part of me. When I went into the military at a very young age, at 18, I was stationed, fortunately, in a couple of places where they had bands, military guys who would get together and play. Sure. And eventually do the clubs on the base. And so I became lead singer for several of those bands over the years. And that was the beginning of what I would call my professional career.
Can you recall what you were listening to back then? And for clarity, who's on your turntable now?
Well, back then it was mostly Motown, the popular music of the day, James Brown, Archie Bell and the Drills, the Temptations, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and just go down the list of all the popular music of the time. So that was what we did, and that's what I loved to do. Jazz came along much later in life when I got tired of dropping down to my knees and begging, please, 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 and I started looking at jazz, looking at longevity in the career. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do that forever. Plus that music was kind of dying out. And so the age of the early days of Earth, Wind and Fire and the Commodores and all that, when the band was the act,
right?
Not the individual artist. And so I started looking at jazz as a way of both developing and understanding music that I had kind of stayed away from when I was younger. And I fell in love with jazz music, and I still maintain my love for soul and R&B and all that.
Yeah. But
jazz really struck a chord in me, and I joined up with a jazz group in the Bay Area who were scatting and, doing all types of jazz, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, I found myself auditioning for Bobby McFerrin's group, which was really innovative jazz and new music of a sort, new approach to a cappella music. And that just sprung interest in all sorts of diverse jazz music.
Gosh, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like working with Bobby McFerrin?
It was incredible. It was every day was a lesson. It was a masterclass in how to perform, for one thing, how to approach an audience, which is not something I ever expected that I would be learning from Bobby McFerrin. But he is a consummate performer, still is.
Mm-hmm.
And watching him work every day and being a part of his group was both somewhat intimidating, but also very, very educational and inspiring.
All right. When you think about your vocal approach today, whose lessons still echo in your ear?
Well, certainly Bobby's as regards being on stage, but I also fall back on the classics, the Lou Rawls, and and Al Jarreau is quite an inspiration as well. Which is one of the reasons we're doing this show. But also, the greats. I mean, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, who reminded me so much of my mother in her appearance and also in her taste in music. My mother loved Sarah Vaughan, and their approach to singing and melody is what I've respected. Johnny Mathis was an inspiration. Dionne Warwick was an inspiration as well. And so just some great singers and entertainers.
All those great singers. God, what a list. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's set up our first selection. The track is called Can We Pretend? And it's from your Crossing the Line album. What would you like to share about this tune with our audience?
Well, this song in particular is still bouncing around Europe and the world. It is the first song on the first album I recorded ever. And that's why I sent it to you. It is written by Denise Nicholas, who was the wife of Bill Withers at one point. And it is a favorite everywhere I go. So I don't do it often, but when I go to Europe, I kind of have to do it just to say hello to the fans over there. But again, it's the first song on the first album I ever recorded as a mature jazz vocalist, you might say.
All right. Well, let's listen to it now. Yeah. This is called Can We Pretend by Nicolas Bearde, and we'll talk some more on the other side. This is Backstage Bay Area.
That from now on there is no yesterday. Paint a portrait of tomorrow with no colors from today. There's a light that shines in your face sometimes, that takes my feelings, wraps them around your knees. But there's a shadow hiding in your heart sometimes, that makes my feelings turn back in on me. Can we pretend the pain is gone and go our merry way? Paint a portrait of tomorrow with the colors bright and gay. There's a light that shines in your face sometimes, that takes my feelings, wraps them around your knees. But there's a shadow hiding in your heart sometimes, that makes my feelings turn back in on me. Takes my feelings, wraps them around your but there's a shadow hiding in your heart sometimes that makes my feelings turn back in on me. Can we pretend? Can we pretend? Can we pretend?
That was Can We Pretend, a track from Nicolas Bearde's Crossing the Line album, which is available now. Nicolas is my guest today, and this is Backstage Bay Area. Nicolas, for the second tune we're going to feature now, let's transition to Falling in Love Again from your Visions album. Tell us about this one.
Well, this is a song that you'll hear songwriters talk about how songs are born sometimes, and, you know, which songs, you know, you did in 30 minutes or whatever, or it took 2 days or whatever. This song took me about, 7-8 years in gestation to come to fruition, because it was originally started out with a different rhythmic concept, and I could only get so far. I collaborated on the song with the great Bay Area producer, songwriter, and musician, Larry Batiste. And within minutes of sitting down together, we suddenly had the bridge, we suddenly had the finish, and we changed the feel completely from what it was originally, how it was originally conceived. And that's what you hear now as a result of that collaboration with Larry.
Sounds good. And a classic romantic love song. So
thank you.
Let's play it now. This is Falling in Love Again by Nicolas Bearde, and you're listening to Backstage Bay Area.
A lot of things in this old world, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, girl. What I have needed was a gentle touch, the kind of healing we all want so much. I looked up, you were standing there, as if you knew of my heart's despair. Your kind of love is so fine and so sweet, heaven sent you here to set me free. Hey girl, I'm falling in love again. Ooh girl, I'm falling in love again. Don't you know I'm falling in love again. Hey girl, I'm falling in love again. Said I'm falling in love again. Oh, I'm falling. Don't understand all the things that you do, but you can bet that I trust in you. Loving you took me by surprise. Now I know what the real thing feels like. Stand beside me through thick and thin. Be my confidant and my best friend. You do that and I'll give to you my heart and my soul and a love that's true. Hey girl, I'm falling falling in love again. Ooh, don't you know I'm falling? Yeah, I'm falling in love again. I can't believe I'm falling in love again. Ooh, I'm falling, said I'm falling in love again. Yes, I'm falling in love again. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Said I'm falling in love, baby, cause you've been with me through thick and thin. You're my confidant and my best friend. You were there when I needed you, and I'm falling in love again. Don't you know, I'm falling all over again. Loving you is so easy to do, and I'm falling. One more time, I'm so deep in love with you, and I'm falling all over again. Spring is bright, and I'm done falling in love again. Yeah.
That was Falling in Love Again by jazz singer Nicolas Bearde, who is joining us on Backstage Bay Area. I'm Steve Roby. Nicolas, let's pivot to your upcoming tribute to Al Jarreau at the Joe Henderson Lab.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Al Jarreau so essential to the jazz vocal lineage, and what did he open up for singers?
Well, I think he opened up really that connection between R&B and contemporary jazz while still kind of being attached to the classic vocal style. He also was a great improviser, as was Bobby McFerrin, and they all kind of, were on the scene together at the same time. Of course, Bobby's a little bit younger than Al was when he passed, but they both have this improvisational spirit and drive that's just unique to their personalities. So they both, I think, created their own genres in a sense within the jazz milieu. But Al in particular was like really, I think, a connection to this R&B lineage.
Absolutely. What a unique voice he had, too. Oh, my God.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, the first notes when they come on the radio, you go, oh, yeah, that's Al.
Well, I think what they both had in common is that they both did a lot of study, a lot of background work, developing their styles and approach to the music. Bobby actually stopped singing. He was actually a pianist primarily before. And when he developed this interest in singing, he actually took a couple of years off and just studied how to sing and which way he was going to sing. So when he came out, he was well kind of prepared and versed in the direction he wanted to go. And I think Al did the same thing. I know people that had known Al as he was coming up and singing a lot in the Bay Area here, and how he was always trying out different things. And he didn't necessarily have a strong following at that time because he was always experimenting, and people didn't really know what to think about his music. Yeah, I actually have some recordings of Al in that development stage that I got from a gentleman who, the first Airbnb I ever stayed in, this gentleman happened to be a guitarist who had played with Al at one point. And I don't know if it was surreptitiously or if Al knew about it, but they recorded some things of Al singing. It's quite revelatory to hear him in the young days.
Wow. That sounds exciting.
Yes, absolutely.
You've previously performed Spain in concert. How did you shape your arrangement so that it honors Al Jarreau yet speaks in your own voice?
That's still being worked on. It's still in process. I'm actually doing, it's quite a complex piece to do and to do live. So I'm developing my approach to it. as we go along, which is fun and exciting to do. It takes a minute to get your feet under it, though. That it's a quite complex piece and moves very quickly.
To say the least. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So each time I do it, it's like a new experience. I get more of a sense of accomplishment once I get through without totally falling on my face. But it's worth the effort to master it. And I see where Al came from in putting it together. And I'm just trying to get to my own voice with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about your upcoming shows at the Joe Henderson Lab.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy L Hall joins you as a special guest.
Yes.
Where have you crossed paths with her before? And what kind of spark does Tammy bring to this tribute set?
We've worked together on several of my projects in the past. So we're very familiar with each other in that sense. She actually brought this notion to me to do this Al Jarreau, to honor Al in this way. So she brought this concept to me a couple of years ago and said, I want to do this show. Are you interested in being on board? And I said, of course. I just jumped at the chance. And so, she brings this passion for the music that she is a pianist and she also sings. But she loves his music, his approach to it. She's got wide-ranging musical taste, but, she brought this idea, and I think she just wanted to see this come to fruition, that we could develop this and grow with this. Honored that she asked me to be a part of it.
All right. So you mentioned Tammy's going to be playing piano. Who else is joining you in the lineup for these shows?
I've got a great young bassist, Kevin Goldberg, who is just a wonderful musician, wonderful person, and a consummate musician on bass. He's playing upright and electric. Deshaun Claiborne on drums, a Bay Area stalwart, you might say. A great rhythmic genius on drums. Charles McNeil I brought in from Las Vegas on saxophone. And then Liberta Laurel is going to be singing background and a couple of duets with me.
Nice, nice. So what can audiences look forward to across these 4 sets you're doing? Are there any moments you're especially excited to share?
Well, each moment of the show to me has a special kind of aura, I guess you might say. But there are 2 songs in particular that I always love doing. They're so emotional. It's just a delight to do them and really and kind of unleash on them. And one of the tunes is called Not Like This. It's a song that doesn't have any solos in it. It just goes straight through. But it's like a theater piece in and of itself. Set it up to be to segue into one of Al's pieces called More Love, which is also it just tags right along with this breakup tune, Not Like This.
Wow. I can't wait to see that happen.
Yeah, it's just one of my favorite moments in the show.
All right. Well, looking ahead, I hear your 7th studio album is in the works for early 2026.
It is.
What stage are you in with it, and do you have a working title yet?
No. No, it's just designated as 7.
Okay.
But that's spelled SEVYN.
Okay.
For no particular reason. Just being a little quirky.
I guess folks should go to your website for updates, I guess.
Absolutely.
All
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to reveal the music as yet.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's about half done now.
All right. Well, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Let me remind our listeners that Nicolas Bearde with special guest Tammy L Hall will perform a tribute to Al Jarreau, the great Al Jarreau, at the Joe Henderson Lab, which is inside the SF Jazz Center. There will be 4 shows over 2 nights, Saturday, November 8th. Showtimes are 7 and 8:30 p.m., and Sunday, November 9th, at 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available now at sfjazz.org. And for more info on Nicolas Bearde's music, please visit nicolasbearde.com. Nicolas, thanks for joining us today. I really enjoyed the conversation.
Steve, thank you so much for having me on today. I really appreciate it.
All right. And thanks for keeping Al Jarreau's spirit alive on stage.
Absolutely.
Hey, musicians, would you like to be a guest on Backstage Bay Area? Just email the host and let him know when you'll be playing in the Bay Area. The address is backstage.sfbay@gmail.com. Now, let's get back to the show.
I'm Steve Roby, and this has been Backstage Bay Area. You can find us wherever you stream podcasts. Thanks for listening.